Okay, so I'm back online, and I wanted to show like how the gang stalking by car. This is really important because it's probably, for my case, it's probably the most annoying. That's about the most that they can do right now. But that I wanted to show how public parking spaces are used as waiting areas so that cars can wait for their turn to do their gang stalking. Right now it is, as you can see the clock there, it's 9:30. I live in Manhasset, which is a really, really quiet town. Well, it used to be until I became FISA and all of these vehicular gang stalking started. The amount of cars that you see coming in, like this gentleman sitting right here. At this point in time, there should be no commuters left. So what they do is they sit in their cars and they look at the apps and they wait for their turn. They utilize the public parking lots here to just sit and wait. And everything is very meticulously timed by this app, this gang stalking app. Like this gentleman right here. You know, these are people that don't even live here. Look, they drive these exotic cars, and he's getting ready to leave because he knows that I'm taping all of this. So here's another one that sits and waits. Now they're following me because I have my phone on. So the phone literally tracks everything. And they like to take off because they don't like to be tape recorded. No, they never want to be tape recorded. Here's another one. He's sitting over there on the side of the gas station. I don't know if you guys can see it. Here's another one here, this gang stalker. My town, by this time at night, is totally dead up quiet. Now this is another trick that they do. They like to pull up to a banking area. Make believe like they're doing banking. And what they really want to do is just shine their bright lights on you. And they follow you with the app on your phone. Like your phone is literally tapped by the FBI or the DOJ through a special app by Department of Homeland Security, which I have a feeling that a girl by the name of Julie Ann Horvath created with her mom. Julie Ann Horvath is the daughter of Eva Horvath. Eva Horvath is a brilliant IT tech person with whom I went to school with. She was a childhood friend. She's also the daughter of a Russian mafia spy. And when we were 13 years old, her father, Julianne Horvath's grandfather, his name was Rudolph Horvath, literally told us, he's another gang stalker, just sitting here waiting for his turn. This is what they do. They just sit here on the sides of, the streets, waiting. And when they see that I'm filming, then they take off because they don't want to be filmed. You know, they don't mind doing evil in the shadows of the night, but they have no problem gang stalking around my house endlessly, relentlessly. Now there's a cop right there giving all kinds of, he's just waiting. He's just waiting to see if there's ever going to be a problem. There's never been so much police presence in my town until I was slapped with a FISA, and people from all over Long Island, all over Queens, Queens County, Brooklyn, Connecticut. I mean, people from New Mexico come to gang stalk me. Now, here's this guy here at the ATM again. Who stands waiting at an ATM? Like, once you get your money, you go. But these are the games that they play, right? Here's another one, getting his money. Look at that, another car. I'm gonna go up here because you guys need to see. They love to sit by a drive-through or an ATM so that they can shine their bright lights on you. They know when you're walking by, or they know when you're driving by, and It's all very planned. My town is a sleepy, hollow, quiet town. Never had this much vehicular activity ever until I was slapped with a FISA. Now there, right there, that building right there is the town hall. Now the town hall, I'm going to go in the front because I want you guys to see it. The town hall of Manhasset, it's the town of North Hempstead on Long Island. The elected supervisor is Judy Bosworth. Now Judy Bosworth and I have had words because I definitely determined that the IT department at the town of North Hempstead was actively hacking my electronics. They have broken into my home. They have sent MS-13, which were many of my own family members. One of them was Gerald Jones Jr. The other one was Antonio Guadalupe Jr. The other was Virginia Linares, the daughter of Virginia Linares. And these are all 17-year-old kids that they use to break into people's homes. Because if they're caught, it's more lenient. And they're children of cops or MS-13 that do crime for them. So they're going to get away with it because all the judges are involved. So this is my town hall. And you can see these are the people who run the town of North Hempstead. And I had words with Judy Bosworth because her IT department was hacking my electronics. I wrote letters to Judy Bosworth. They were stolen from my home. So if I ever wanted to go forward with a private lawsuit, because I've never been able to obtain any satisfaction doing regular business as a resident of Manhasset, this was all very planned out. Now, Judy Bosworth is family to my husband's new girlfriend. And my husband's new girlfriend her family has predated on my family for generations. I would say literally 4 generations. And when I say predated, I don't mean just like, going after our guys or anything like that. I'm talking organ snatching. I'm talking about, placing us in such positions because her family just dominates Long Island's government. You can't get a job. You are harassed by teachers. You are harassed by Gambino Mafia because many of the people in the top government spots in Manhasset or on Long Island are actually family to Andrew Cuomo. Now, Andrew Cuomo is cousin to a man that I dated when I was very young. And his name is Gandolfo Aosa. And who would believe 30 years later, 30 years after I dated this boy, who was my first love, that this man would set upon me his army of Gambino Mafia scum. And I know for a fact that here at the town of North Hempstead is a relative of John Podesta. John Podesta has family here in Manhasset. I had photographs of Valerie Jarrett, who is his, shotgun rider in all that he does. Whether you guys believe in the Q thing and the child sacrifice and child molestations and all that, I'm in the heart of darkness. Like, I'm living right here in the heart of darkness. Now, John Podesta's cousin, also named John Podesta, works right there. He works right there, guys. He's in charge of the IT department at the town of North Hempstead. And let me tell you, they hack whomever's house they feel like. They had the whole entire town hacking me. All of the restaurants were involved. They were hacking my phone lines. I've never seen such a thing in my life. FISA was not meant to create a covert civil war upon law-abiding citizens and residents. They have used FISA to destroy the lives of women and men going through a divorce. Or if you happen to be an enemy of them for whatever reason, they will absolutely destroy your life. And what surprised me the most is how many people, how many elderly people who fought in the wars. I'm talking about grandmas and grandpas, like our World War II vets, gang stalking me. I mean, last year it was all about the elderly. I was completely shocked because, we celebrate Veterans Day and all that stuff, and they would know more about our civil rights and our Constitution than anyone else, and yet they were the largest portion of the gang stalking that I experienced. They're the largest portion of gang stalkers Monday through Friday in the mornings. They like to do their vehicular gang stalking, in the mornings. And then the teachers come. Well, they start early in the morning, around 6 o'clock in the morning. So they'll come, gang stalk for 2 hours, then go to work. They'll gang stalk for around my block for lunchtime. And then after lunch, after school. It is so sick. I really am scared for our country. I really believe that we are already in a civil war. And to think that I worked with these people, I knew these people, all the people that you hear about in the news right now, all the gossip that you're hearing about in regards to Q, who perpetuated all these crimes against children, all the satanic stuff, all the drug dealing, all the back deals. I don't even know what to say about it. I don't even know. It's for someone who's not into doing any sort of evil like that. I mean, we all have our problems. I'm not perfect. But, wow. It's just unbelievable. I think that, there's a lull right now in cars. And it must be because they know I've gone live on Twitter. So they kind of skedaddled. But I think that when I get back in the house, they'll probably start with the gang stalking again. But it's important to get the word out. I want my words to last. I want my thoughts to last. It's time for me to do some walking around and showing the effects of gang stalking, why people do gang stalking, showing how it's connected to the construction industry, showing how there's such a construction boom in Manhasset because of the gang stalking, how it's directly connected to gang stalking, and how they are destroying the very fabric of our Constitution just so that people can win in a divorce, so they can destroy families, so they can take away people's children. CPS uses it. I'm going to tell you that the largest portion of my gang stalkers, besides my own neighbors here in Manhasset, would definitely be the Asians coming in from Flushing, Queens, Russian Mafia from Brooklyn. The teachers are huge. Glen Cove is huge because Glen Cove is all Gambino Mafia, and they really have a stronghold there. And Glen Cove has a huge population of MS-13 and all the illegals there. No, I don't have a problem with people who are here illegally. If they're law-abiding citizens and they just want to have their families, hey, you know what? I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is that they're used as patsies by the local police. The local police use them as patsies to engage in all sorts of crime. They have broken into my home repeatedly. They have stolen all of my historical photographs of my life. Priceless photographs that I'll never ever be able to retain again. I will never be able to get those back. They have cut up photographs. And tomorrow, when it's daytime, I'm going to actually walk to the houses where they literally had powwows with my photographs, because it's my own neighbors here, and here, and here, and there, who were literally breaking into my house, or having kids break into my house and steal photographs of my entire life so that they could erase the story that I'm talking about. And the story that I'm talking about is people who are targeted have been targeted all of their lives. At least it was for me. It just doesn't come out of the blue. It doesn't come out in the blue. It is something that has been going on all of your life. I can honestly say that I have been followed by the police commissioner of Nassau County, Patrick Ryder, that I have been cognizant of, I would definitely say since I was about 25, when I first started working at the law firm of Watson, Farley, and Williams. And he worked there too. And so did Valerie Jarrett. And Hillary Clinton came to visit all the time with Deborah Katz. And all of those photos were stolen. As a matter of fact, the judge who presided over my divorce case, he worked at that law firm too. And because I didn't have the photos, I couldn't prove that he was my judge. And I lost my children. So, but that's my broadcast. Anybody have questions, feel free to ask. Gang stalking in Manhasset, New York. Bye.